Hi, Tasha Skillen here, and today we're talking about revising what your date night looks like. I've heard so many women over the years say that they don't have time for a weekly date night. Nobody has time for that, and it's only gotten worse over the last several years. And so with your overscheduled calendar, we're going to start revising how you do date night. Yes, it would be lovely if we could afford the time and the finances to go out of the house once a week and spend a couple hours disconnecting from the house responsibilities and our work responsibilities. But most of us can't afford that time, can't afford the lost sleep or the actual finances that it would require for us to get a babysitter and the eating out and the activities. So we're going to revise your date night so that you can enjoy the connection with your relationship and look forward to and plan together those date nights where you do get to go out and enjoy a night out on the town. So I want to go over a couple quick things with you about date night. Date night is about connecting and disconnecting from everyone else, everything else. And so that means for your date night, there's a couple rules you're going to want to follow to make it effective and really feel the benefits of putting that time on your calendar. First of all, you want to make sure that you plan your date night in advance. So talk to your significant other, maybe on a Sunday or Monday, and figure out what night of the week the two of you can see the best potential for good energy and disconnected from everything else time, where you can connect for an hour to an hour and a half together. So maybe a Wednesday night after the kids go to bed between 8:30 and 9:30 is a good time for your family. Whatever works for your household, but you need to decide on that together. And then you're going to talk about what you're going to talk about at your date night. And so what that includes is, what it doesn't include is work. No kid stuff, no house stuff, no family stuff. Date night is about you and your partner reconnecting. It's about being connected and being excited about the things that you're doing as a couple in your relationship. And so it can be sometimes a little awkward to start this conversation on those first few date nights that you are disconnected from your phone, your TV, your laptop, all things electronic. And so it can be a little challenging to just look at each other sitting face to face, holding hands or touching legs or something that is going to create physical contact, and you don't know where to start to talk about. And so I'm going to give you a couple ideas to help kind of bring that fun factor back to your relationship. I would suggest that when you plan that night together in advance, that you also plan some things that you're going to think about. So a couple of suggestions for you include favorite vacations that you've taken together, your favorite sexy moments together that you've had that it's been a while, or locations that you've had the craziest sex or the most fun date nights out that you've had in the past, and talk about the fun things that you've done together. And then talk about why they were fun. What made it fun for you at that time? What made it fun for your partner at that time? What got you excited and makes you smile thinking about those occasions from your past? Part of that is to help bring that fun and silliness back to your current situation where your relationship is a little bit different than whatever it was then, but also to start looking for those common factors as you plan events and date nights in the future. You also want to talk about things that you could do together in the future. If you are not so far off your connected status in your relationship and you just want to talk about some things that you're going to plan together in the future, maybe a date night where you do go out on the town. Where do you want to go? Do you want to see a show? Do you want to go to a concert? Do you like to go bar hopping? What do you like to do as a couple that when you do put that time aside, you do put that money aside, you can find a sitter that you can go do together and enjoy that time together. So lots of different things you can talk about on your date nights, but the important part is to disconnect from everything else, be in each other's physical space, be in a place where you're not going to be interrupted by anybody else or anything else, and talk to each other about your funnest, most exciting moments together. The exception to the rule for the electronics is having some fun music on. I suggest any music that you both enjoy, obviously, but also music from your wedding if you're married, music from the last concert you went to that you both enjoyed, something that's going to be pleasure to both of your ears to have in the background while you are connecting. I do want to suggest that you put your electronics in airplane mode so that you're not getting tweets and Facebook messages and texts when you're trying to connect with each other. You really do want to be disconnected from all the other things. So I'm cheering you on for a revised date night. I would love to hear how your date nights go over the next few weeks. Don't forget to commit to doing more than just one. Do 3 or 4 because it does take sometimes a little getting used to the new scenario of having a date night and doing that once a week. But I promise you, after 6 weeks to 8 weeks of doing this, you're going to find that you guys are really more connected, and that power and that energy that comes from your relationship is going to carry you through other activities that you have to accomplish and tackle the rest of your days and all the other obligations that you have. I am excited to hear from you and look forward to hearing any other questions you may have about your relationship or your sexual health and wellness. And this is Tasha Skillen cheering you on for a fabulous date night in the next